Kailangan matatas!
Normally. I was expecting a Drow Ranger. I have called that one a little bit earlier.
Now select your heroes.
But no, as it turns out, it's gonna be an Arc Warden at LBZS. They don't even hesitate. Where sure, you can harass the Centaur or you can farm, but you're never gonna be able to do both. So Fonte obviously choosing to farm because he's in position 1. But it looks like while the first blood attempt is there on the bottom lane, with a Frost Shield, Centaur is just gonna be freaking immortal, walking out of there without even taking much damage, and instead the first blood is gonna be on the Ogre Magi. Now the Lich goes, are you freaking kidding me? It's always the lane you don't look at. Alright, so on bottom lane a 1-for-1 trade unfolded. The laning stage is kind of turning chaotic for the side of LBZS here. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, because they do like draw and fight up early. Okay, he is ambitious enough to teleport back to his own Arc Raid space for your Arc Warden. And Lashrak is just that amazing team fight hero. Those are exactly the heroes you kind of need to farm right now. Especially the Lash. MS is Arc Warden. Almost gets himself ran down, but a quick Centaur ultimate saves him. Lashrak teleports in, hoping that they will come back to push with the Exorcism. And indeed they will. TZY gets caught by the Lash. Stun off the mark. Doubles the soul side there. And yoink. Down goes the Lash. Death Prophet. Still healing up, still standing his ground. TZY, he got himself a triple kill. And finally goes on down to the... Oh my god, no. The Templar Assassin jumps forward as the Arc Warden, and Kay is just gonna get chopped down with a little bit of help from the Tidy, but really just a little bit. Make sure to get another setup going, and the last one to die is gonna be Prophet. Pretty please. What if we say we dare you? Death Prophet's unending progression so far. Being quite hard to deal with, but 4 people coming out of the bushes at the same time. This may be too much even for TZY. However, TZY still fighting it up. Nope, once again gets himself a double kill. That's awkward. Dawn's hero, however, in actuality, ends up playing out quite a bit different.
Shadows take us.
The ultimate bouncing back and forth. Mirana arrow off the mark. That was a weird one. That was a really weird one. Sometimes the server lags in awkward ways. But that arrow just looked really out there to me. Well, Dolphin is gonna go down to the Arc Warden, and Centaur Forerunner ultimate is not gonna be enough to save Dockrat on that Mirana of his. Valuable kills to start off the fights with either this Templar Assassin or the Lifestealer. It's gotta be the Templar started off on. That's a huge kill, though it's only that one kill, then it's not gonna be enough to get Dawn back to this game. Oh my god, Lich. He almost had gotten himself out either. They just got the 2 options, take fights or split push the map, and it looks like take fights it is. In particular, it will be a pick-off attempt on the Death Prop 2 is just amazingly tanky. Double Edge comes in and another stun, tries to keep it locked in place. Mechanism already came on out, and with that hood of the with that pipe of insight, Death Prophet got a full freaking pipe completed at 18 minutes no less. So yeah, TZY, I don't think he minds going down after so many recoils having been committed for him, and he doesn't even go down yet. He types up 3 people, forces Slash to press Bloodstone, forces Centaur to press Ultimate just to get. Oh, do we have enough late game? Do we have enough early game? Do we have enough mid game? And then it kind of ends up destroying the teamwork. One stun onto the Templar Assassin, the next one coming out, and it's gonna be a double kill for the Lash. Okay, that is the type of comeback scenario that Dawn have been looking for, and with Templar going down, they may now actually have enough to solidify themselves active. Well, it's not gonna be the fastest of all pushes, but TGY, you did see what happened last few times they tried to fight into him. And here, he is kind of being used as a bait to set up a good fight for the side of LBZS, which so far seems to be paying off greatly since down goes the Arc Sword, Ilu, and Death Prophet ultimate is over, but you just wasted so many resources off the side of Dawn that they kind of need. Okay, well, they may still have enough resources left, but after that arrow, nice toss back. This defensive Tiny actually working out so well. TGY standing in the middle of the team with his ultimate on with the Diabolic Edict, taking so much damage into everyone. The first one to die will of course be the Lich. TGY lashing up as much help as possible, keeping himself alive as long as he can, but down goes the Lifestealer, and it's gonna be a full-blown team wipe. Holy crap, things in hindsight, and the teams are way better than the casters at Dota, obviously, or we would be playing. So just keep in mind that we have all that information that the players don't get. Dalton, he would have loved to see that one gang coming for one. And with the Death Prophet coming in, with the Lifestealer coming in, the cleanup squad potential is still very real. As a matter of fact, Monte, he says, you guys have nothing that can stop me anymore. And there's nothing that can stop this man indeed as he goes for more. And that's the left back no less. Extremely high value kill. Not really getting any bashes for the longest while, but by the time he gets one, Lifestealer just goes freaking down. Bitch got himself killed by the Arc Warden, so Rage with the Spark Wave there. However, Lashdrag, who's just trying to kite it out, just trying to make the most out of a shitty situation. Well, once Fonte starts hitting you, the situation gets full goal. And Mirana gets ran down now, however, leads them into a two-man split Earth, and Lashdrag with the Bloodstone tanks the Lich ultimate, doesn't even give a hoot, and now they can go for more onto Helios. Helios, this time around, you are not going to be able to walk off the Arc Ward like it's nothing. This time around, you're going to die. And now it looks like Dawn, they've actually hit their... So we are in a game state where suddenly LBZS are the team that need to watch themselves. That doesn't mean that they can't still very much close out the game off of a good fight around the Exorcism plus winning people. And well, instead the fight is gonna start off with a 3-man split Earth, with another 3-man split Earth, and even with high focus on the Mirana. Mirana is not gonna drop, it's just gonna get herself back, and now EX on the Lash dealing so much damage once again. MS in a bit of a hard spot on that Ogre, has to kite the Lifestealer, but with the Rage, what can you really do about it? Well, after the Rage though, he gets hacked, he gets stunned, and Lifestealer gets killed off. Lich bot back, has to come on in there to help his team, but it's already too little too late. And Mirana once again gets away, sets the perfect arrow on the Tiny. Tiny goes on down to follow that one up, and I think it's GG. I think this is straight up gonna be over at this rate, because Lich, yeah, he bought back in. And that is of course the risk that LBZS plays now come with. This is something I expect, like, if LBZS lose games, that is usually the main cause, games like this. So this time around, I think communication was a bigger issue than actually just getting outplayed or, you know, not being able to push high ground well enough. Example number 1, double Desolator on a Templar Assassin plus Lifestealer. And I know double Desolator usually isn't that bad, but TA and Lifestealer, they are 90% of the time hitting the exact same person. Tiny goes on down, and all of this chaos is happening, but it's already GG at this point. The players are just having fun as Lifestealer goes on down. No Rampage for the Arc Warden, and GG gets on call. Good game indeed. Well, I didn't expect Dawn to make their comeback that fast, but I did warn you guys consistently throughout this game that, you know, the late game. Okay, yeah, it is gonna be team fight. That is one of the big 1v5 ultimates. Another good choice would have been the Enigma, but LBZS, they want the Tidehunter, because, well, there's that potential. Because you kind of, yeah, made the enemy into a brawl here. This time around, it is gonna pay for Dawn, though, getting themselves the extra rune. Oof. And Hideo, somebody didn't check the inventory. That should not happen anymore at this level of play. I'm not gonna lie, that was just like kind of embarrassing to get out fairy fired by a lich, cause yeah.
I'm grateful to you.
Where whoever comes out ahead in the laning stage has almost certainly won the game. It's very hard to make a comeback and play from behind.
You've gone green, I see.
You want to get kills, but you do not want to fight. And
Pull roots and run.
Silencer, he could be one of those kills. Wow, are you kidding me? The Silencer lives and the Lich, well, yeah. Lich was really, really deep there. He tried to deny himself to a tower, got chased for too long to wait out, no longer giving away the assist, so leave and walk under a ward while doing so. He would have instead been jumped on. Oh, the title hasn't been updated. I see, that's why people are asking about IGB versus Neon constantly. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, our moderation team is taking indirect fire, so they don't exactly have internet access, or, you know, I'm kind of stuck running the show right now. The Exorcism? Yeah, okay, just sneaking the other way around, never mind. Exorcism is gonna get dropped. SF already manages to teleport out, but that is not the only target presenting itself. MS is just gonna sacrifice himself, knowing full well if he doesn't die, one of his teammates will for sure.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But last game we also had one really fat carry and Templar Assassin who just couldn't pull her own weight. Because you were already too far behind, you've missed all of your critical momentum.
Dire's top tower.
I'm afraid of the same thing happening here, because you can fight with SF and Marcy, you can fight with SF and Nature's Prophet, you can fight with Marcy and Nature's Prophet, but you do need a second hero with a Nature's Prophet in order to fight. LBZS, they get Lich ulted for a bajillion damage. Everybody low health, but nobody dead, and instead Silencer sitting in the back is just gonna steal one in after another with 4 for nothing go. I love it when a person knows how to play Silencer, skills the glaives early, makes sure to use them offensively, but also to, like, you know, steal in where it's important. Even if you die for 2 in stolen of the right hero, it can be worth it. The Lich ultimate does get disjointed, and now MS has to run for his life, but once again he decides to just sacrifice himself because there's not really anything he can do. He is one of those players who, to be fair, always does that. Like, if MS is caught out of position, he just stands still. Fonte running at Dog Press, and yeah, we can all imagine how that one's gonna end with a dead Dog Press. And a dead Lich as well, dying to the Death Prophet. Dolphin killing of the Slardar.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Doing his best to defend top. After his Battle Fury, he decided to go for that early BKB. Has it now completed and can't wait to reveal that, hoping to surprise his enemies with it. MS died on the Lich, but that's just a solo Lich dying alone. You know, sometimes that's what happens as a support. Fonte waiting for the last second to ult. And there he goes. Shadow Fiend dead for the first time. Fonte once again at fighting health pool. And mind you, the stacks of fervor stay, so they will commit the ravage just to make absolutely sure you don't get Requiem. And LBZS is gonna matter, it's not gonna bother them anymore. Yeah, like now you can get an Assault Chorus, a Desolator, and it's still not gonna matter. That's the thing. And LBZS are also building accordingly. They are getting enough armor on their beefy heroes so that they're actually, you know, able to use their large health pool. Because a large health pool with 0 armor, it's worthless in Dota nowadays. It always kind of has been, right?
Radiant
But now more than ever, you know, counter tank. Lich feels like donating another 2 intelligence to the silencer. And Shadow Fiend looking for a good ulti. Is gonna find a decent one, but at the cost of his life, Troll Warlock just presses the BKB and hit. Hunter would be a nice target to set something up. I mean, easy why he constantly plays like this, just kind of going forward, memeing about a bit and trying to make space. With the Skull Basher hitting him, it's not like he can teleport out. He's actually running and ran down slowly, and his team can't quite join him. Have already made it all the way to the outpost by the time he dies. However, sometimes you do overestimate your tankiness, even as an experienced 3 player. And sometimes you just get caught by a Troll Warlord, blink back and die. That's what just happened to the Shadow Fiend. I don't think I have to tell you how I missed that kill to the Troll. He hits you once, he hits you twice, and you're basically dead in an unending flurry of attacks. Yep.
Thank you, my beauties.
And it looks like everyone from the side of Dawn getting set up around that bottom lane. This could be that defense opportunity they have been looking for. If they can kill the Troll, it would be huge. However, Fonte has backup behind him, will be able to press the ultimate, and that's one dead already. Lich ultimate will be dropped. They do kill the Troll. A Troll Warlord alone is worth over 2,000 gold, I shit you not. So he's got himself a shard, as that's gonna be 4 in being stolen instead. Especially on heroes like SF that have that spellcaster component. I just don't think it's the way to go here. Silencer goes on down, and so will the Tidehunter. Yeah, that's the thing. The disparity in core support is still quite a bit bigger for the side of LBZS. The red supports are real easily initiated on the channel. And that's on the Lich. Dives to Fonte once more. Now Dolphin gets nuked by a bajillion damage to the face. Troll Warlord will manage to get ulted up in the face of the Nature Prophet and turns to the Shadow Fiend, kills him up. Now running at more. They are gonna stop Troll in his tracks. Starter comes in with follow-up stun and raise, another raise. Fonte taking a chunk of damage. However, just until he can turn around, hit the SF a couple of times, and well, they make that look easy. I mean, Glass Cannon, I say, as he has 3,500 health. But the Nature's Prophet is also fully 6-slotted already. Like, you can eat an Aghanim Scepter, a Shard, and your Moon Shard. That's pretty much it.
Pull roots and run.
Just left to go. Global Silence comes on out. Mostly just to try and kill off the Nature's Prophet, and they will find Vision on him. Troll hitting so freaking hard. Okay, getting machine gunned down by him there. No. Second, the Frost Shield drop. Just look at how much damage Troll did to the tower. He's not even gonna start hitting the feet. Why the hell would he? Nope, tower it is. And the tower they'll get. Now going for Rex, and those they would get 2. Nice Prophet decides to go into Dire Base, counter push a little bit. But I don't think there's any hero in all of Dota that can out-push Troll Warlord. That just says, hey, I'm going to raise this Troll and there's nothing to do about it. All these tracks with Mars does that buyback, and Exorcism has been used, so the tier 4 tower is gonna die. Troll is now there for the push. Just get Requiem, taking a lot of damage. However, yeah, there it is. Troll jumping forward, pressing the ultimate, killing up the Shadow Fiend from what kind of good measure. Out comes the Lich ultimate, bouncing a bunch, getting them 2 more return kills. But for how close the score was kill-wise, this game looks absolutely LBZS side. Sometimes you just get drafts where you know you can't really do a ton. Now Troll is finally gonna go down though, and it looks like Dawn, they have not given up. They're gonna play this till the very last bitter second. Silencer dead, and now the last one alive is a Tiny. Roche is up. You have a Slaughter ultimate for the Roche. You could go Roche and then look at Troll Warlord getting his ass saved by his Lincoln Sphere is gonna start hitting away at the Slaughter as they're trying to keep him locked up, but no, instead Troll. Okay, well, he is still alive, taking quite a beating though. And in comes the two-man Ravage, beautifully played. That is gonna result in a kill on Dogstress. And there's the second Ravage taking the first life away from the Slaughter. By the time he's gone, Slaughter is the last one alive. And she is just gonna go down. Not quite yet. Slaughter standing his ground. Tiny will be the next to die. And then it's gonna be the Slaughter, followed immediately by the Death Prophet. However, Death Prophet for this K&H Prophet is not gonna matter. Yeah, if that comeback that Dawn tried to make would have happened like a few minutes earlier, this game would have been GG, but nope. Also, it is a 1-1 now. Keep that in mind. The first game has been played. It's just our admins our admin speaking network got nuked. Well, thankfully not literally nuked, but
Dire victory.
basically our entire production staff is just stuck in Ukraine.